Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, far away in a village there was a woodcutter. So, he used to go to forest and cut woods every day. And he was very poor and had a very hard time. So, one day when he was carrying the wood in his shoulder, he felt kind of like this life is useless, struggling, only the fight. What is the point? That this life is no any meaning, and he thought to give up this life. So he dropped the wood out of his shoulder and start to call for the Mara and blaming to him, because as we heard it say, Mara is always behind us with our shadow. If you have a shadow, that's mean you have agreement with the Mara. If you don't have a shadow, you no need to worry about the death. But if you have a shadow, you have to remember you have agreement. So one day it's going to call. So then he start to blame the Mara. Where are you? Why you don't come to me? Come and take me. So like that. So then the Mara heard this, and he thought, why this man blaming to me? No? And he appeared to in front of him and asked, why you blame to me? The man was shocked and asked, who are you? So then the Mara told, I am the Mara. So you call me. Why you call me? So the man told, no, no, because this all the wood fell down. I need the help to get it to my shoulder. Can you help me to put it on my shoulder? So the Mara laughed and told, this is the nature of the world. So when it comes to us in day-to-day life, we think this is a struggle, this is enough for me. How many times that you give up yourself your job, and how many times you give up that some work that you used to keep doing, how many times that you give up your habits, how many times that you thought, I know need this, but still you keep doing it. So that is the very nature of our all human beings. And when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, remember this, where in teachings, there is some teachings belong to academical level, and some teachings belong to culture and conventional life. But when it comes to the essence of the Buddha's teaching, the main purpose is liberation. Not to have a comfortable life, not to have a kind of like a cultural development. Somehow, as soon as possible, you find a way to gain the liberation inside you. But ourselves in day-to-day life, sometimes we understand, because what the Buddha told, that 2600 years ago, the Buddha told this life is suffering. That is the beginning of this all. That suffering doesn't mean that the pain, that the suffering means change. This all change. And we all experience that. So to understand that, need some kind of different wisdom, because the Dharma itself with the nature, it's within yourself. If you cannot understand it, Buddha never going to come and teach us. You have capability to understand it. You go through it. It is within yourself. But sometimes we see it and then again we don't want to see it. That's why when it comes to your own life, your own experience, and within yourself, you know what is life. And but you see it, but still you don't want to see it. And we like to get the help out of the Dharma, and sometimes we like to listen to talks, Dhamma talks, and so many things we keep doing. Remember, the Tripitaka is a collection of Dharma during Buddha's time, all his life. And whatever he taught, and after that, there are some additional informations included to Tripitaka. So this 2600 years, generations to generations. And a lot of people put the effort to collect this and keep it. So academically, you can learn it. And maybe this life not going to enough for you to act if you want to academically to learn. So then you have to be wise. Within your time period, how you can use this Dharma to you and make it applicable to your life. The teaching Dharma is learning it, not going to not help for you to find the liberation, because what the teachings itself giving kind of like informations. It like the menu that you go to hotel and you keep reading the menu. That doesn't mean you enjoy the food. So the menu is something. You have the map, but that doesn't mean you have the journey. So having the map and going the journey, two different things, interconnected. So then you have to be very careful within your time period. Go to the essence of the Buddha's teaching. Not go with the sutras or not to collect the sutras. If you have interest to develop your knowledge with the academical knowledge, then it is good. But you have very limited time period. So once you get into the bottom of the Buddha's teaching, that all whatever the sutras that you can make it applicable. Another thing is this outside conventional knowledge and wisdom, huge. There is no limit. And every day you can find something new. Every day you can find something new. So then don't keep just chasing that because there is no end. It's always new words going to add to the society, and new methods, new knowledge, new wisdom going to add to the society. Look at during this 10 years, how many new words came to the world and how many new concepts came to the world. And if you keep going with that and looking for something, then there is no end. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, that self-realization, recognizing yourself is the most important part. So get the whatever, the outside knowledge, but at the same time, remember to use it, make it applicable and understand, recognize yourself. Said, especially your own life with your own thoughts. Because you are kind of like an uncut diamond. All the value is there. There is a deeper, that the Buddha in you, there is a Arahanta, enlightened master in you. But all the value is there. But as a human being, just in this ordinary conventional lifestyle, you cannot get the right value unless you remove the unnecessary parts in you. So from your human life, that means this uncut diamond, human life, very raw level of life, once you start to cut and shape it, you are not going to be anymore a human being because you already cut unnecessary parts. And then you transform to enlightened being. So it not going to happen because you're collecting the knowledge. That is what you have to understand. Knowledge belong to conventional. So that it is very necessary. But at the same time, you have to be wise to make that conventional knowledge to inside knowledge. Otherwise, it's just you just passing the time. So then yourself, rather than becoming comfortable like a goldfish in a tank, very safe, because that kind of fish, they cannot survive in the ocean. So, and the goldfish alone, a small tank, they're going to be okay with them. They feel so safe. And then if you keep feeding them, they will be okay. But when it comes to the fish is not created to be in a tank. So when it comes to your awareness, it's not created to be limited to your human being existence. There is something. It's like you are now, when this human body, you are kind of like a goldfish in a tank. So the ocean is there. Maybe you safe for with this. You safe with your your family, husband, wife, children. You feel safe in your house with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body perception. You feel so safe, comfortable. But there is something beyond that. There is a huge ocean. If you not look for that, willing to experience that, it's not going to happen. So then what we does, we use this all the Dharma, information, sutras, everything to make comfortable our goldfish life in a tank. No, use this all the sutras and look how you can jump out of this tank and experience the ocean. Then when you think to jump, the fear will come, of course. You need some effort. But that then you have to know yourself. Eons by eons, Buddhas come, and many people like you already jump. That's what called community of Sangha. There is a history behind the community of the Sangha. And it gives the confidence and the trust regarding the path that you should go. And it gives effort for you to jump. So you have to take that effort. So then when you learn the sutta, when you hear the Dhamma, rather than make it kind of like a knowledge to be comfortable in your conventional life, use it to look beyond that conventional life. So for that, you need a very sharp, clear mind. So that's why we practice meditation, because when you practice meditation, what's happening? Your mind becomes sharp and clear, and your view going to become more and more and more stronger. And it's kind of like a zooming a telescope. It's kind of like you look through the electronic microscope. So little by little, you can get into details. When the mind is sharp, in with this in day-to-day life, once you able to get the real details, not the imagination, not whatever somebody told, no, the real imagination, once it become your own experience, this remember that the transformation going to happen. You anymore cannot be in the tank that gold. If you are the goldfish, you cannot be in the tank. You cannot be in this human body anymore. You transform to enlightened being. Why? Because it inherent in you, that light inside you. So then how we can open it, how we can bring it up, how, if you are a diamond, raw diamond, how you can cut it. If you are the goldfish, how you can get out of the tank and jump to the ocean. If you are in this human body, how you can transform to this enlightened being. There are many methods. So today I'm going to show you one method. Then this is not for everybody, but in case if you feel something to practice like that way, then you can take this path. There are many other ways, but this is another way that you can approach. So our main purpose is recognizing the mind and become very clear with the mind. So before you go to that, forget about the mind. And then we have bodily, verbally, mentally actions. Forget about that also. And then we have eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, faculties. Forget about that also. So then from where we start. There are two realities, inner reality, outer reality. So let's start with the outside world. It's very easy because inside you don't know where you don't know where the mind is, how this behave, and how this bodily, verbally, mental actions happen. You have no idea maybe. So then let's start with the outside. It's like this. If you have a capability to buy the most fastest car in the world, it's okay. If you can drive very fast, it's okay, it is good. Why? Because you can get into your destination very easily, very quickly. There's nothing wrong driving fast. Everybody like to drive fast. But you have to have one skill. Remember, it's driving, it's, putting the gas and holding the, the steering wheel and just looking forward is simple. If you put the gas, it will go. But you have to have one skill. You have to have the skill when necessary to stop the car or the vehicle. If you cannot stop, you're not going to become a good driver. You can drive many vehicles, but just imagine, if you cannot stop it, what will happen? So then nothing wrong if you can drive fast, if you can stop it when it's necessary. But when you drive fast, what's happening? It's very difficult for you to stop when it's necessary. So that's why it's called don't drive fast. So then when it comes to, so this is the driving. When I came here and I got some lessons from an inspector, driving inspector, and he gave some defensive driving lessons. And I was so fortunate to have him. And one thing he told me, Santa, that remember to be professional when you drive. I still remember that. Every day when I get into vehicle, I still remember that. And other thing is regarding the stop sign. And when it comes to stop sign, your tire cannot be keep rotating. It should be completely stop. And then you count 1, 2, 3, and if it is safe, you go. But if you can, if you, and the mostly when it comes to stop sign, and here in front of we have stop sign, sometimes I keep looking, I watching. And no, people don't do that. They slow it, but they don't stop. But when it comes to stop sign, it is very necessary to stop the vehicle. That's why it's called stop. Another thing he told me, remember in a busy place, you are okay, mostly. But imagine you go alone in a kind of like a rural area and no any vehicles. You cannot see anything. There's nothing, empty. And then there is a stop sign. And remember, even you go to moon, if you see a stop sign, completely stop the vehicle and count 1, 2, 3, and then if safe, go. So when it comes to these sutras, when I analyze that, and the same technique, remember in your life, nothing wrong that whatever that you can keep doing in your life, if you cannot stop it. But if you can't stop when necessary, don't get into that. Don't get into that. So you don't hold the mind as you, don't try to control it. Don't try to control your bodily, verbally, mentally action. By controlling, you cannot gain this wisdom to stop it when necessary. You have to develop the ability to see, not controlling. So controlling your thoughts, controlling your actions, and ability to seeing is two different things. So before the Buddha, this controlling these things used to be. But what the Buddha explained in the Dharma, develop the ability to see. Because when you see, when you recognize, that recognition itself make your action discipline. That's why when it comes to the truth, that once you see the truth, you become free. You gain the liberation. So then you have to develop how you can get into that point, how you can come to this stop. So from where you should start it. So this is the method. Start from outside. So whatever intake, see if you can stop it when necessary. So even whatever you drink, water, eating, so whatever you intake, whatever you take to your body, inside the body, just see with whatever your lifestyle. First start to stop it when necessary. Don't think about the mind, don't think about the actions. So like that. So whatever, don't allow it to come to you. Don't put it to you. Especially you can practice it with the eating. So ahara, this the food mean the kabalinkara ahara, this rough food that you eat, and whatever you see with your eye, whatever you hear with your ears, smell with the nose, feelings with the body, and the mind with thought. This all food. You keep feeding, feeding, feeding. See yourself from today. Can you stop it if when you decide? For a not for a long time. It's like you're not going to stop and from today and then you're never going to do it in your life. No, don't do that way. Just see suddenly whatever you're going to do, take a conscious decision. Can you stop? Even when you keep eating, if you feel food, the full, learn to stop there. And maybe in the evening at night, if you eat something and then you brush your teeth and everything done for the day, and maybe there's somebody go and open the fridge and take something and tell, then come and tell, okay, let's eat this. Oh, I forget to get this. Let's eat this. And maybe suddenly you one of your friend come and bring something, and that's your favorite dish. Don't eat. So because you done. So it's about your development. And once you done with your eating, it doesn't matter whatever that other people forget to offer you, give it to you, share in the family. But once you eat, don't again keep eating. You've done it. So when you keep watching TV or you watch something and you turn off TV, you turn off. That's it, done. So you're not going to turn on again. So like that, start to stop, give a complete stop. So that is something in the beginning. Another thing in day-to-day life, the following signs. So whatever that you see, and develop a discipline to follow. Don't break the rules. The whatever that you see. And it's kind of like this, you know. So there's a there's a parking place for disabled. And there's no inspector, no any other parking in that area for you, and you're going to have only 5 minutes there, and this is the only place available for you. Don't don't fool it to that place. Don't do that. Sometimes I have seen people, these young people, from their grandparents, and they have very nice cars, very expensive car. From their grandparents, they take the disabled tag. I have seen, these young people come and they park on that disabled line place, parking, and put their grandparents, that disabled tag, and they go. If it doesn't matter how expensive car they drive, it doesn't matter they become rich, it doesn't matter where they go in their life, mentally they are disabled. Don't be like that. That is why, that is what you need from the beginning. That's why the follow the signs. And whatever outside, listen to that. It develop, and try to, from today, try yourself. You will see then what is inside you. So the speed limit when you drive on freeways, and just try to go exact, and even in your neighborhood surface, just try to keep that speed level. Then try, and you go with the sign. Then you will see how that the deeper inside there is somebody else. Try to bring that person and synchronize and interconnect to the environment. Then you will see there is a transformation happen. And so, and another thing is the intaking have a discipline. So that is the first step that you have to take. And with the material things, and be very limited. Don't throw that anything away. Don't cut that everything. No, at least for a time. So that's why when you sit for meditation, even you at home yourself, you get out of that mindset. You become nobody rather than becoming somebody in your own house. So like that to start. The second step, and recognizing with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that whatever comes. So in the first level, you stop the seeing things. So it is a more outside work. Stopping TV or music or smell or that things, you become very limited. So the second step, and if something come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, try to stop it there. It's nothing to do with the outside world. If something come to your eye, stop it there. Come to your ear, stop there. Come to your nose, take a stop. Come to your mouth, take a stop. How? Don't reflect on thinking again and again and again, reminding. After you eat, you done. You don't keep thinking about it. You don't dreaming about it. You don't planning about it. So like that way. It doesn't matter good or bad, you done. Otherwise, you don't keep thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do it more better. Or tomorrow I'm going to take them also to this. Like that way. So keep that personal development for you. So stop it there. Whatever you sow, that's it. Don't keep reflecting on it. Whatever you heard, you heard. It doesn't matter good or bad. You heard, done. So keep reflecting on it. Don't keep reflecting on it. So if you able to keep that way, there is something going to happen. So that is the beauty of the Dharma. See, now you stop with the material things, and then you start to stop with the complete stop. You come to the point with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. You're going to see that inside your mind what is happening. When you see that, there is something else going to happen. Out of your bodily, verbally, mentally actions, no any improfitable things going to happen. Why? Because you already cut, you already stop, and you have the skill, you develop the skill already, that whatever to come into you, and as a result of that, what will happen? There's nothing go out of you with your bodily, verbally, mentally action. No any kind of harmful things will happen. No any kind of improfitable things happen. And always whatever happen with your bodily, verbally, mentally action, it come out of a conscious decision. When the day come for you to experience that, that is the day If you are a goldfish in a tank, that is the day you're going to experience the beauty of the ocean. If you are a raw, uncut diamond, that is the day you gain the real shape out of your inner recognition, and you start to shine and going to get the highest value for you. So then remember yourself, it is your own choice. So rather than stuck here, rather than that becoming very comfortable and becoming very limited to this human experience, try to and experience and have effort yourself to experience beyond this what already you experiencing. So it is capable for you, and rather than finding the comfort in him this human existence, remember, as soon as possible, get that transformation, find that wisdom, give the light to that inside you to come out and find your own liberation. So, with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata chamnihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.